Okay guys, this is our Google Slides lesson 3. We've done a lot with it so far and hopefully you remember everything, but today we're going to cover 4 things. We're going to cover how to insert an image, which most of you probably already know. We're also going to learn how to insert a link, which might be new for some of you guys. It's pretty fun. Then we're going to go over slide transitions, and then at the very end we'll go over presentation mode. So the first thing we're going to talk about is adding an image. And if I click on my second slide, you can see that I've already added an image of what a hurricane looks like from space. So the reason I put this picture on there and I chose this picture is because it goes with what I typed in my text. I said it's an intense tropical storm with powerful winds and heavy rain, and I just talked about how it has high waves and flooding. So any sort of hurricane picture would have done fine on this slide. Now when I click on slide 3, my title is How Are Hurricanes Formed? So I need to kind of read over my facts and decide what kind of picture I want to include that's going to relate and go with those facts. So I think I'm going to go up to Insert. I'm going to click on Image. And then when I click on Search, I'm going to type in How Hurricanes Form. And then I'm going to click the search button. And then this actually gives me really cool pictures or drawings or illustrations on how hurricanes formed. Now, since I already used a picture of a hurricane on the first slide, I don't want to repeat that because that would be really boring for anyone who's reading or watching my presentation. So I'm going to go ahead and scroll through and see if I can't find a better picture or maybe even a diagram of some sort. Actually, I liked the one at the top, so I'm gonna pick this one, and then I'm gonna come down here and hit select. And so it's gonna insert my picture, and then I can click on my picture and move it anywhere on my slide that I want it to go, but my theme is I want to stay kind of organized, so I'm going to put all of my images in the middle below all of my text. So the picture's big enough, you can read the labels on it, you can see it, so I'm just going to click away from it. Now I'm going to go to slide 4, hurricane devastation or damage. So when I go to insert image, I'm going to type in hurricane damage, and then I have different pictures of flooding and things that have happened to houses and cities and things like that after a hurricane has come through. So I'm just going to go through and pick one that I talked about, which I did talk about major flooding, so I'm going to look for a picture that has that. I'm going to go ahead and pick well, I guess I talked about major destruction too, so ooh, I like this one for flooding. Okay, so I'm going to pick this one for flooding, and I'm going to hit select. And then this picture I actually do need to size down because it's a little too tall and it's running into my text. There we go. Okay. Now, for my last slide, which is called Recent Disasters, I decided to research Hurricane Harvey. So I'm going to go to Insert, Image, and then I'm going to type in Hurricane Harvey. Oops. And then search. And then these are all pictures of flooding that happened during Hurricane Harvey, rescue missions, people helping rescue others, helicopters with people in boats going around, pictures of what Hurricane Harvey looked like from space, a newscast, what it looked like, just different things. So I can actually pick any of these. And I think, let's see. I think I'm going to go back up to the top and pick this one that has the flooding and the boat and the helicopter. And hit select. Yeah, okay. And then I need to size it down so that it fits below my text. Doesn't run into my words. Okay, so that's adding an image. So you can add 1 to 2 pictures on each slide, but just make sure that they obviously go with the facts that you typed on each slide. Now we're going to talk about inserting a link. And a link is basically a way to find something really fast. So what we're going to do is we're going to insert a link on your 5th slide about your hurricane that you researched. So I'm going to go up to the 3rd grade page. I'm going to pick a search engine, which I picked Kittl. And then up at the top, I typed in Hurricane Harvey because that's the hurricane I decided to research. So then I have all kinds of websites that I can link to. If I want, I can click on videos at the top and I can put a link to a video so that people that look at my Google Slides presentation can watch a video. Or I can do the web, which I found a website that had a lot of good information on Hurricane Harvey, so I'm going to click on it. And I think I'm going to link my presentation to this website because it gave a lot of cool pictures and information. So what I'm going to do after I find the website or the video that I want to link, I'm going to go to, I'm going to go up here to the search box. I'm going to click in it 1 time, and it's going to highlight everything that's in there, the web link, and it's going to make it blue. I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to click on copy. Then I'm going to go back to my slides. I'm going to click on the text. At the end of the text, sorry, and then I'm going to click enter 2 times. Then I'm going to go to insert, and I'm going to come down here where it says link. And then I'm going to right click and paste that website into there, and then I'm going to hit apply. So now it has put the website that I got a lot of information about Hurricane Harvey in my presentation, so that if people want to learn more about it, then they can click on the link, which is actually pretty cool because a lot of people like to do research afterwards. Just make sure that your link doesn't go into your picture, that your picture doesn't cover up your text. Okay, so that's adding a link, and you can add a link to your 5th slide, whichever hurricane you are researching. Now we're going to talk about transitions. So I'm going to click on slide 1. I'm going to come up here to my toolbar where it says transition, and I'm going to come over here to my side and click the drop-down menu to pick a transition. And I usually like to do the flip or the cube because I think it looks cool. So I'm going to do cube. And then I want it to go medium speed. And then I do want all of my slides to do that. I want all of them to do the cube. But you don't have to. You can do a different transition for each slide if you want. So I'm going to apply it to all my slides. And then I'm going to X out. If you want to, now see, you can see my transition, my animation over here for each slide because I went ahead and kept the cube transition for each one. I didn't change it. But if you want to pick a different transition for each slide, all you have to do is click on the slide and click on transition, and then you can pick a different one from the menu. Okay, and then the last thing we're going to go over is presentation mode. So make sure you click on your first slide, your title slide, and then we're going to come up here to present. We're going to click on the play. Now, it made your Google slide presentation full screen. So you can switch slides by clicking just anywhere on the screen, and you can see it did my cube transition. And then I'm going to click again, and then I'm going to click again. There's slide 4 and slide 5 with my link. And then after that, you just come down here and click exit. And if you like your transitions, then you can keep them, and then you're done.